Welcome to Chlebovka sales team. We are very excited that you joined our company, and we have prepared this step-by-step guide on how to attract new customers so it will be easier for you to fulfill this task. Before we start discussing each step, I would like to talk to you about the 4 fundamental principles that Chlebovka has in its sales. Here they are. The first principle is to sell with integrity, which means that our clients is always on the first place for us. The second principle states that closing the deal is just the beginning of our relationship journey with the customer. We have our key account managers who make sure that relationships are growing stronger and stronger after the purchase has been made. The third principle is closely connected to the second one, and it states that our goal is not only to attract new customers, but to create long-term relationship with them. Finally, the last principle states that our sales team should be proactive and convey possibilities by solving customer problems. In case you will ever need to review this, you can either visit our internal website for employees or look through our manual for the sales team that was provided to you on your first day in the company. Now, as we are all set with fundamental principles of our company, let's dive into the concrete sales steps. The first step in our sales path is the research, one of the most important aspects in any business. Before you even go to the customer, you need to find information about the business. The best practice is firstly search online and then go to a client side and talk with employees and even customer clients there. Here is some fundamental information that a salesperson needs to find out from different sources. When you search online, it is good to firstly look for a competition in the market and the products they offer. You can find our main competitors list on our internal website. However, it is always better to conduct your own research to understand the market better. You will also be able to find the company size, the location and opening hours, as well as other contact details online. After your online research is complete, go visit the client side and ask employees about the product and whether they can provide you with a contact person who you can speak to about Chlebovka's product. Let's see an example of how a client... So, now I'm at the restaurant. I have ordered a dish which comes with bread to see whether it is fresh or not. The bread was not as good as it could be, so I asked the waitress whether the restaurant bakes the bread themselves or have it from suppliers. Unfortunately, or fortunately, she was not able to answer the question, so I asked her whether I can talk to the person in charge in the kitchen, and here she comes.
Hello, I'm the chef of the restaurant. How can I help you?
Hi, I have a question regarding the bread that was served to me. Do you happen to bake it yourself in the restaurant, or you have suppliers that deliver it to you?
Yeah, we have a delivery every morning. And why do you ask?
Well, I think that the bread in your restaurants can be fresher than the one that's served to me. The thing is that I work in the sales business with bread, and I think your restaurant could deliver fresh bread to customers and you can bake it yourself.
Yeah, I think it may be a good idea, but unfortunately it's not my responsibility.
Okay, can I ask you for a contact on some person who's responsible for it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, here it is.
Thank you. After you conducted your research and gained contact details of a person that you can speak to about our product, send him or her our presentation. You can find the presentation sample on our internal website or simply by clicking the link on the screen. When you send the presentation, make sure to give the person a follow-up phone call and ask him or her to kindly look at it. Remember that the person might let you know he or she will take a look at the presentation later. In that case, another follow-up will be needed. The fourth step in our sales guide is the meeting with the customer. Once the customer acknowledges him or herself with the presentation, they will let you know. You then should arrange a meeting to discuss the concerns of the customer and possibilities of our company in person. There are 3 main things that you should do during the meeting. Firstly, ask questions. Remember, this meeting is not about our company, but the customer. The more information you get, the more value you can provide to the customer. Ask open-ended questions that begin with words like what, how, why, where, when, and who. Try to avoid yes or no questions and find a problem that our product will help the customer to solve. Secondly, listen. The customer might have some concerns about the product. Try to acknowledge, understand, and address them. At the same time, try to prevent objections. If an objection arises, address it in the best way possible. Explore our product and the way customer reacted to it in the past, so that you can be prepared for possible objections and easily respond to them. Finally, be an expert, an educator, and a teacher. The customer might not even be aware that the problem in his or her business exists, that our product can help to solve. Remember, the main goal is to help the customer and act in his interest. Let's look at the example of some concerns and objectives that may arise during the meeting and how to address them. So that's all from my part. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I like your proposal, but I have a couple of questions. So, for example, I think it may be time consuming for our restaurants to get your dough and to make a bread.
I hear what you're saying, but could you describe me why you think it's time consuming?
So you see, for example, the delivery takes approximately 30 minutes, but for baking the bread it will take more than an hour, for example. So it's really time consuming.
Yes, now I understand your concern. So, this concern is a typical one. We get it from a lot of our customers, and basically from the review that they provide us afterwards, we know that in fact it is less time consuming for the restaurants to bake the bread than to, well, have it delivered every morning. Firstly, you just need to put the dough in the oven and leave it for an hour. You can put 3 doughs in like one time, so it will give you approximately 30 slices of bread, and the bread will remain fresh. And I think a lot of customers will demand fresh bread, so I hope I clarified this concern for you.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think your dough doesn't suit our restaurant because, for example, you have only regular bread, but for some dishes we need the baguettes, so you don't have it.
And may I ask, how frequently do you need baguettes?
Yeah, I think once in 2 or 3 days, I suppose.
I see. So this is an issue we can overcome together. So the proposal that I sent you was, let's say, a classic one, a fundamental one. We can build on it, of course. So if you want a special dough to be delivered, for example, for baguettes, we can deliver a special dough for baguettes, and moreover we can agree on the frequency. So let's say every 2 days we will deliver you this amount of baguettes. So I hope this issue is solved as well.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
Great, thank you. The meeting should be followed up by a thank you email where you thank a potential customer for the time he or she spent with you. You then take your time to propose a perfect fit solution for the customer. The solution usually includes information about volumes, price, locations, the product to be delivered to, and special arrangements that you think will be a perfect fit for the customer. After the proposal is sent, give the customer time to think. It is highly possible that he or she will come up with more concerns regarding the product, so be ready for another meeting or a call. And after this step, you just give the customer time to think and choose from the different options, since we are B2B. If we are lucky, and I know you will make sure we are, an agreement with the customer will be reached. You should then send a follow-up email summarizing all the points you agreed to. By doing this, you prevent both yourself and the customer from unpredicted surprises in the order. The last step is to close the deal. But remember, the purchase is not the end of our relationship with the customer, it's just the beginning. Once the purchase is complete, kindly forward the customer's portfolio to our key account management team, who will ensure that relationship with the customer will grow stronger onwards. Make sure that you provide the team with the information on the company's size, contact person within the company, the presentation that was sent to the customer, as well as any other written communication, including the proposal. And that's it! Congratulations, now you know it all. I hope you will find this video useful for your career path at Chlebovka. Good luck!